Hello everybody, welcome back to Roottrees Are Dead. We are still trying to find out which Roottrees are dead. Some of them are. I have made some changes. I've got my notebook, it's here, it's ready, it's returned, the Obra Dinn notebook. I've made some notes, I've gone back through and I sort of realised maybe some things I did wrong. I've also forgotten a lot of what I did. But I think it's a good start. Now, what were the things that I've remembered? Some of the people I Googled, I spider searched. I think I would have been searching their maiden names. Like I was looking for Morden and Angelica. She'll be known by her spouse's name, which is a bit trickier to get. I think that's actually it. Is that all I found out? I also found out I'm missing one of the, what are they called? The next gens. I don't know their name. This man, I believe, right here. Maybe the face is wrong. Not sure about these faces. But in my notes in the game, I made a list of all of the next gens, and I'm missing one, which I assume is that one. And I'm not sure why. I'm really not sure why. Can I search for Next Generations? Have I searched for Next Generations before? I have, and I imagine it didn't come up with anything. I'm sort of clicking that, you know, this internet is not just Roottree Central. So me searching for Next Gens is not going to come up, because like in life, what is that? Next Generation. Oh, Next Generation is a television series. Okay, it clearly knew that I was going to search for Next Generation. This is so funny. Star Trek series. There we go. Finished airing in 1996. Star Trek is primarily known for inspiring the song Star Trekking. Is it? Is it? Wow. I would assume Star Trek is known for more than inspiring the song Star Trekking. Anyway, none of this seems to have anything to do with your search for the Roottrees family. Got it. I completely understand that, and I'm not surprised. I think I sort of need to go through some of the names that I have, and maybe I did search them, but maybe I've forgotten, or maybe I didn't search them. And it's just worth ticking them off, isn't it? Let's start with somebody who I want to know more about. Edward Roottree. He's a name that I have on there, and that's all the information I have about him, I think. So let's have a little look at Edward Roottree. This is a good start to the video. Nothing is coming back. Maybe let's try Ed Roottree. Maybe let's try Eddie Roottree. No, okay, that was a long shot, wasn't it? Oh no, this is bad, isn't it? This is bad. How did this happen? I had so much confidence today. Right, what else have I got written down? We're missing a lot of Mordens. There are 3 Mordens over here. Maybe only one. Maybe only one Morden. How many Mordens are in here? Morden. There's, oh, because they're locked in. So I've got Gwendolyn and Angelica. There's personalities elsewhere in the family tree. Are they now? Is it? Can I? If I click that, does it show me where? More. Oh, flipping heck. Morden. I need to get a mic arm. It does not. Oh shit! Now it's gone. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Because now I don't know who was Morden. Why would I have done that? Why? You were Morden. You were Morden. You were Morden, Angelica. See, here's the thing. So, if this person is not Gwendolyn Morden. Fact of life. I've got something really wrong. Oops. The 5 children. The 5 stars. No, what's it called? The five children in it. What the hell were they called? I don't know. The 5 bits. Something like that, wasn't it? They're not. The 5 pieces, there we go. I did something wrong. One of these. Gwendolyn is there, but not Gwendolyn Morden. Because why would that make sense? Surely Morden's the male's name. This person over here took the Rootree name. How did I make that mistake? How did I make that mistake? Gwendolyn Rootree. Right? Which means that this person has to be Gwendolyn Morden. Makes sense. Named after your grandmother. Also in the Morden family tree. That's important. You change your name, and thus this family will have a different family name. That's great. That is great, isn't it? I've made a bound today. A leap and a bound, I could argue. I wish there was more of that. Everybody else just has the name Rootree, don't they? I suppose we have got some Raffertys here. Okay, we've locked in the Raffertys, unfortunately, actually. You get married 3 times. I don't know who. Chris Rafferty's down there. There's some Rootrees down here with unknown children. I feel like Gwyn is sort of a shoo-in. I feel like there should be a lot about Gwyn in the world. The Gwyn Twins. That's like, rolls off the tongue. The Gwyn Twins. Should we have a quick look? I didn't catch up on the story. Previously on the Rootrees have been in a helicopter crash. I forgot what this game's called. Instead of returning, the person who hired you called you on the phone. They claimed they were Rootree. They also told you that they'd give you more of an explanation the next time they returned. Of course, yes, they phoned us up when we locked in 3 people last time and said, by the way, this is me. Okay, so this is Gwyn and the boys. That's all I know, isn't it? He goes to film school. Maybe he's a filmman. And they're in Paris. Cool. There's not a lot to go on really. There is a so let's try out let's just search for twins. Twins. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to work, but Rootree Twins. Yeah, okay. Not surprising, but they're not twins, are they? They're not twins. There are twins somewhere in the line, but that's not them. Okay, now let's look at the other things we have. I'm so intrigued by this campaign mailer. 9 clues. Again, if you're new to the series, these things on the right hand side imply that there's a certain amount of clues to work out from it. I don't know how true it is, but apparently there is. So let's see. Carl left this in his inbox. It was a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It's a flyer about Stephanie Jones. We've locked in Stephanie Jones and the Butler County Times, which we looked at. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, say at least, and now 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas. Her message was simple: love is the future. Carl, I know we didn't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company. That means maybe she had a finger in the pie as well. Maybe she, the mother, CM, maybe she worked, I don't know. If you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement, they could use publicity as spring. Yes, okay. We know that. I feel like we're not getting much more from that. Because we've got CM in, haven't we? Is it because we've locked her in as well? So it's like not going to be new information. And she wasn't an artist. She was an artist, so she didn't even do anything. She wasn't even like doing anything extra, so that doesn't help. Now maybe let's check the periodicals for the Butler County Times, and I guess we've done it before, but let's look at Stephanie Morden again. That I did something wrong there, didn't I? Stephanie Landon. There we go. She changed her name. Oops. I will always click on the wrong one. Landan. Okay. Stephanie Jones. Stephanie Jones is her married name. Wait a second. Unknown male. There can't be that many Joneses. Brian Jones. Spoose. We got him. There we go. She won her election. We find it, most importantly, you do find she was born Stephanie Landon until it literally gave us his name. We got to pay more attention. Literally gave us his name. She grew up with her father, my mother, and her partner. We got that. She's assistant counsellor of her Rootrees. Her mother has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies regarding deforestation of indigenous trees to expand their big farms. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that is that sort of I'm going to say, you know, we're not going to get much more out of that. I know we need to find female spouse's name, but if I'm looking over here as well, it's because I'm looking at my notebook and I haven't laid it out very well. Caroline Morden. We're not going to get much more from there. Let's just put a little line next to her name. Let's figure out a system. Should we search for Gwendolyn Morden? Did I just do that? Did I just search for Gwendolyn Morden? Gwendolyn Morden. That is a shame, isn't it? Oh man, I really thought that would play out. Okay, well, let's try the last of the Mordens, Angelica. We definitely searched for her last time, and there's nothing. And let's search for Zachariah. Let's learn about him again, because Zachariah. Because it's been a week. And I am spelling it right. Okay. Just doesn't want to give us anything. Back to our list of things. How is there still 5 things that we can garner from this easy to find things? Because I've searched all these people, they're all locked in as well. How can I find 5 more things from a list of people that I've already found everything about? This is an issue, isn't it? This is an issue. Okay, let's have a look at something that has the least amount of clues. The 5-piece ad, 1998. Have I locked in? I've locked in your name, yeah, Marguerite. That was confirmed. I confirmed that. Maybe that's what it's saying. Maybe it's saying, you know, I haven't locked in Marguerite's name. I think maybe that's the bit I'm getting confused on, is because if things aren't locked in, then they're not like confirmed as clues. Am I getting anything from this? So strawberry, cool chocolate, bad blue raspberry, awesome apple, powder plum, miraculous flavors. It's no longer the 1920s. That doesn't tell us anything, does it? Can I search for Teen Blast? Have I looked at Teen Blast before? No, I haven't. There we go. New periodical. Teen Blast is a magazine aimed at teenage girls. Their website has a new section that offers condolences for the loss of the Roottrees sisters. The fashion line was often covered by a magazine, and Raina Roottries first appeared on the cover of her 16th birthday. Let's search her up. Get them those periodicals. Teen Blast. I love teen girl magazines. She was on the cover when she was 16 and did an interview. You add the cover and article to your evidence. Can I just search for Roottree? I wonder if that will... it's play host to many Rootrees. Okay, too many. They flood the results. One of them is already in evidence. Let's try one of the other sisters. If they were often in there, let's try Riley, the youngest. What was the middle sister's real name? No, she would be under her fake name though. Yeah, what was her fake name? They appear for many ads. The search engine is your best to see your results. So flood of page after page. Okay. Ryan, yeah, I knew that. Riley and Rose, on the other hand, seem to be mentioned by name, less than the older sister. Okay, let's just check for Rose. That's her name as well. Okay, so nothing useful apart from a cover image of Riley. There she is. Brother Trouble, new gossip. Also, how to know if he's interested, and win a trip to the set of a new movie. Oh my god. Raina Sweet 16, the candy girl, gets serious about her inspiration and aspirations. Oh look, she's got her fingers painted in the colours of the 5 pieces as well. That's very cute. What's he up to? Teen Blast can tell you. Do you remember I have an older sister. Out of context. Do you remember they used to have those like quizzes where you would do those? You would sort of go down the skeleton tree. Skeleton tree, is that what they're called? I don't know. Anyway, and then I found out everyone's bad. I don't know what I found out. I thought those parts were fun. The short mentions TMS and Brother Trouble. Okay, I can check out Brother Trouble. In interview, Raina talks about her inspirations. One important thing I learned from an early age is that dreams are not outside of our grasp. My grandpa was a college professor. Let's put it in. Grandpapa Clancy, you were a professor. Okay, that wasn't the piece, the key piece. He always told me that history was full of people from famous families who wasted their fame and fortune by taking it for granted. Instead, he told me I should go out and use my name to accomplish something. I think he may have practiced that lecture a lot, because I have other people in my family that have also made the Roottrees famous for things beside candy. His older sister even wrote a book that some of my friends tell me they had to read in school. I took his advice and now I work with my mom, designing clothing. I help decide what colours and patterns I want to model, then she designs the clothes with a team of amazing men and women. Although my grandpa passed away earlier this year, 16. I don't know how old she is when she died, do I? Grandma Laura tells me he was really proud of what we've managed to accomplish. That's nice. Grandma Laura. Oh, I like Laura. Laura's us, isn't it? In my head. No, wait, what? Grandma Laura. But we call her Lauren. Where Lisa? Grandma Laura. So Lauren goes by Laura? Is that right? Unless she's calling like an aunt or uncle. There's no other Lauras, are there? Is there a Laura? No. Laura. There is a Laura Carlson, but that's not on that line of people. I'm so intrigued by this man. Who is he? Anyway, 7 clues I can get from this. I've got one. I definitely got one. And I can lock in a second picture of her, if that's worth anything. How interesting that these two have occupations. Can I just type in student? Student K-12. Let's do that, because they're both young. Maybe this would be... I should have been saving those. Oh, I should have saved those for a tricky one. Because that was, you know, an easy win. Oh, man. And I followed Jones Bryan, locked in. Her picture, locked in. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I don't think I should have done that. Because that's what you've got to do in Obra Dinn, isn't it? You've got to hold back on one that you know. So one that you're unsure of, you can use it as the third. Right, okay. Cool. Let's look at this again, and then let's search for Brother Trouble. Spider search. Brother Trouble is a 1989 sitcom about two 16-year-old brothers the same age. One adopted, played by Tommy Mark Sheridan and Dustin Christopher Baker. Are they people important? Are those people important? Their single mother, played by stand-up Penelope Tessa Green, often had to navigate her job as a magazine columnist, as well as the troubles that come with raising two boys who are extremely competitive in sports, academics, and even romantic pursuit of their next-door neighbor, Roxy. The showrunner was small screen director Ron Roottrees. There we go. That's why it's relevant. Ron Roottrees. I haven't seen a Ron. This might be Gwyn's child. The show had strong ratings for their entirety of season 1, rocketing both Sheridan and Baker to instant stardom, mostly amongst the teenage girl demographic. However, it was cancelled in 1981, midway through the second season. Okay. Got it. Let's look at Ron Roottrees first, and then maybe let's come back and look for the rest. He's a small screen director and head of RR Productions. He directed episodes of a few other shows before showrunning and creating one hit season, Brother Trouble. The show was cancelled partway through. Is that it? That's all we get from Ron? Can I type in like Ronald? Ronald? Nothing. Ooh, we can wait. Let's try RR Productions. Let's see if anything comes up for you as well. Defunct production company responsible for Brother Trouble. You find a comment on a Usenet board stating that Brother Trouble ended up being an ironic name considering the rumors about RR Productions' Ron and Robbie Roottrees. Oh, Robbie was involved as well. That must be the other one. There's not much about Robbie Roottrees. In a comment thread on a message board about television cliches, you find a thread called Why Was Brother Trouble Cancelled? One speculates, I think it's because the writing went downhill in season 2. They actually had an episode where Roxy was addicted to sniffing markers. Another person replied, maybe it's due to the rumour about Robbie Roottrees in Silver Screen magazine. There's a link to some kind of article. It appears to be dead. Silver Screen magazine. Did you mean Silver Screen magazine? I was going to question that. I wasn't sure if that was the intended spelling. Wait, God, it's tight, isn't it? Silver Screen magazine was a Hollywood insiders magazine, focusing less on actors and actresses and more about the nitty-gritty of writing, directing, costuming, set design, film promotion, and other elements of filmmaking. It ran for 10 years. It was brought by a bigger, more recognizable magazine a few years ago, and the website now redirects. Okay, I can't go to the website there, can I? It doesn't have... the new magazine doesn't have any relevance. Okay, but Silver Screen magazine, Robbie Roottrees. Let's go. Oh, let's try Ron first. There's an article about Ron from 1984 entitled Don't Believe Nepotism, He Gets Results. After finding some small screen success, first as a director for many soap opera episodes and then stepping in as a showrunner to turn around a few struggling productions, Ron has decided to start his own television production company. Ron was born in the US but grew up in Paris. Oh, okay, he grew up in Paris. I thought he was like just visiting or something. He gobbled up American cinema whenever he could, and when he was old enough, he returned to Hollywood to attend film school. He brings a special kind of charisma and an eye for unusual shots, particularly when it comes to comedy. Those he's worked with have gone on record as saying he's an attentive director who works with actors to make sure the timing of jokes land perfectly. Sounds good, but he did fail. Ron plans to pitch new shows to major television studios as soon as 1986. Okay, this is an old article. Until then, he plans to find the right project. He has occasionally called his younger brother for script punch-ups and has thought about bringing him into the fold. And Robbie was in the fold. Let's see what Robbie has to say. Rumours article from 1982. Okay, that's good. That's later. Self-taught television screenwriter Robbie Roottrees was allegedly tried and convicted under the name Robert in a French court. Robert. It seems he, again, allegedly embezzled from the company RR Productions. RR? Wait. That was a thing, wasn't it? Oh, flip. Where did we... Who is RR? I wrote down who is RR because there was a thing... Wasn't that in this one? No, that was about other conflicts. Where? Oh, fuck. Who had a problem with RR? Oh, boy. Why didn't it make a note? Why didn't it... Oh, notes in the game work because they link back through. I need to highlight and make notes. He embezzled from company RR Productions to fuel a gambling habit that left him hundreds of $1,000s in debt. He then fled to Paris where he grew up, and then Silver Screen continues to insist very much allegedly assaulted an officer. The article also says they were unable to get a statement from French authorities, but received information from an anonymous source. They were able to confirm through public record that there was a trial involving Robert Roottrees at the time the Brother Trouble was cancelled. Interesting. Can I search? Have I not searched Robert Roottrees? Like, what did I try? Robbie? I didn't. It's just come up with Rob. You think there would be a... I can't read French, but you think there'll be something about it. It doesn't... Wait, it did say, didn't it? Ron... Cool, where did it say? His younger brother, Ron, is the older one. There we go, that's actually the information we needed. Ronald and Robert... That's it. He is a director, small screen. They keep emphasizing that, don't they? Small screen director. And you are screenwriter and embezzler. Cool. No information about Ronald Roottrees' spouse or children. There's apparently a photo of his spouse. Or dad. Nothing about his dad either. Was there? No. He grew up with his mother and his brother. Didn't say anything about his father, because his father left. I remember reading that. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I think that's all we can get from that. Let's do a quick search of Tommy Mark Sheridan and these other actors just to see if it like comes up with anything. His first credited role as Thomas Sheridan was on a soap opera called Time Marches Onward. Might be important. I'll give that a search. Skyrocketed to popularity. Okay. He's been on the cover of tabloids for his supposed drug use, and more recently his relationship with Raina Sweet. Oh, that's the same guy. TMS, of course. TMS is already on here. Thomas Sheridan. It just seems like two different time frames. I don't know why that confused me. Because I guess because they're a level up. But they were... Yeah, I don't know. Directors are probably older than the stars of the show, aren't they? Great, so they got married. Drug test. On the cover of tabloids. No specific tabloid though. Am I looking for a picture of him? I'm not, okay. Let's search for Time Marches Onward. Soap opera was first credited role for Tommy Mark Sheridan, who was only 7 years old. Wow. According to your research, the show has been on the air for 22 years. Well, this is a long article for something that doesn't seem important. Maybe that's something good. TMS appeared as Carson in 53 episodes before his character went away to camp. A few episodes later, his parents learned of an off-screen death. Why? Okay, after a 6-year absence, Carson returned now with partial amnesia. He recalled that though he was safe in the river, the couple he found were evil drug runners. They smuggled him across the Mexican border and sold him to a child. And after he managed to escape, he couldn't remember who he was. He eventually found his way home and following the dress on his... What? Oh my god. During the second run, Carson was played by an actor other than Tommy Mark Sheridan. The description was explained by covering his face in bandages and claiming that his work in the silver mines left him permanently disfigured and caused his voice to sound completely different. Oh my god, this is Insane. After a plastic surgery operation that happened amidst a hostage situation at the local hospital, the bandages were removed and the new actor played Carson for an additional 3 years, appearing over 500 episodes. My blimey, that's a lot of episodes a year. He was then killed permanently while saving his younger sister from drowning in a whitewater raft at the same river where his accident took place. Oh my god, fascinating as all this is, none of it seems relevant to the Roottrees. Yeah, you got that right, haven't you? Oh my god, we've definitely looked up. There's no different responses, is there? No, okay. TMS, Tommy Mark Sheridan, all get to the same thing. Wow, that was a rollercoaster though. Dustin Christopher Baker, often abbreviated DCB by his teenage fans. Okay, he's appeared in straight-to-VHS movies that adapt classic literature, found the audience with minor success. The most popular one was Jane Eyre, which reimagined the Charlotte Bronte novels as a high school romance with a focus on skateboarding. He doesn't seem to be associated. I got to find out the plot of Jane Eyre though. Oh, it just takes me back here, damn it. I wanted to learn more. There was one more thing. Penelope Tessa Green. Let's see anything about you. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I actually got something. 2 pages. Okay. Is a retired comedienne. There's a result for the Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno that claims Penelope got her stand-up start and first did her famously raunchy breast milk cheese routine in the 80s. Breast milk cheese, eh? That's one for another day. The site claims she retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers. During more family-friendly material, you find a picture labelled Joker-Lantern, as well as a different picture labelled Jack Watch One. Oh, this is just a picture. Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets. Why have I got this picture? Who are you? Are you important? You found a website about a comedy club named The Laugh Lounge. It's a photo titled Joker Lantern and was taken during one of Penelope Tessa Green. Is Penelope Tessa Green somebody we know? That's they are? How are they related to the Roottrees? It's not had any mention of familial relationships. She's got an award or something in the background. What an ugly baby. We've got another one called Jack. You found on a website about a comedy club called The Laugh Lounge. It was captioned Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets. That is again, a very scary photo. A lot of the photos in this game are quite scary. They're great, but quite scary. So, who could that be? I guess one of these people over here, or one of these people. I don't know. Because was that baby Jack as well? It doesn't say who the baby is in this photo. Let's write down Penelope Tessa Green. 2 babies? What do you think? 2 babies, 1 baby? She could just be a spouse as well. I'm just surprised it doesn't say anything about who the hell Penelope Tessa Green is. You think it would say famously married to someone. Can I search for the Laugh Lounge? I don't think it'll be very useful. No, it just takes you back here. Joker Lantern. Oh, weirdly, this takes me to the Laugh Lounge page. Hosts several fundraisers throughout the year, but the most famous one seems to be the Joker Lantern, which happens every Halloween. Comics and patrons are encouraged to wear costumes, and it seems the person with the best costume wins a voucher that can be redeemed for £5 of buffalo wings. There's a 2-drink minimum and a 0 tolerance policy for heckling. Every year we tell people not to heckle the comics, and every year someone ends up getting kicked out. Don't do it. Okay, nothing. I don't think that I can. No. Okay. Dead end, I think. Dead end. That's interesting, though. I think it must be like this person or this person. I'm just thinking about. Well, that's clearly Gwendolyn Morden, but I'm just looking at what we have. Tessa, what was her name? Penelope Tessa Green has at least 1 child. But that child has 2 photos. So I think she has at least 2 children, which each have 1 photo. From a gameplay perspective, none of these have an extra photo hole. So I think she needs to have 2 children. That might be a stretch. Might be a stretch. But I think it's a good stretch. Maybe. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know, do we? Right. Cool. That's that done. Let's instead now go somewhere else. What else do we have? Did anything go down when I locked in the last 3? I don't think. Wait, there are 6 clues within this. There are 6 clues within the recap. What? Oh dear. Can I look at RWTD radio? I feel like maybe I looked at this already. I don't know. As a local investigator, yes, I definitely did. Comment below says, don't believe the lies, it's just another instance of the Roottrees curse being a real thing. Yes, I did. I bet you Carl was murdered. I want to find out who was murdered. But I don't know how to find out, do I? With Carl and Brendan and the girls, it makes 5 new deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Roottrees Command died mysteriously. Maybe I should make a note of that. Guy is the 3rd president. I suppose cause of death isn't an issue here. That's what I'm sort of thinking about. I'm in Obra Dinn head already. I'm like, Ernie Madsen died by a sea monster or whatever. Coming up from Mayan Ruby Skull. I don't know what I'm doing. Simple death. The alleged proof is a blurry photo of a reddish shape that is supposedly a cave painting from South America. According to legend, discovered beneath the painting were bones from hundreds of different people and animals. One site also mentioned the photographer who took the picture died when the rope baptized after crashing into a skull-shaped rock. Amongst the spinning skull gifts, you find no source of variable details to back up any photos or claims. To you, the blurry photo looks more like an egg than a skull. Got it. Cool. Ernie Madsen Jr. What was his name? Oh, blimey, where is he? Where is he? Ernest Madsen Jr. Oh, that is his name. Madsen is his surname. Okay, nothing of him. Cool, love that. And Guy was who was Guy? Guy Hudson. What a great name. Guy Hudson. Investigative reporter. Is this new? No. Is it? Maybe. Fancy Flavors was an addition to the 5p product line for less than a year in 1972. Fancy Flavors. It was Guy Hudson's first and historically most cited move as a president of Roottrees. Guy Hudson. Do I have Guy Hudson in here then? He was... No, I don't. I don't know who Guy Hudson is, do I? An attempt to cater more towards what he thought was an average people wanted. Guy looked at his own wealth, which was often a source of envy for others, and decided to tap into the idea that if they added fancy flavours to 5 pieces, any could live like the wealthy. Blimey, I'm having trouble. The philosophy led to a flavour in 5 pieces that was meant to mimic caviar. 5 pieces sold less that year than it had any other year except in some foreign markets. It was very quickly announced that caviar was meant to be a limited flavour and would go back to normal as soon as possible. Wait, they literally had... The flavour was... not had caviar, but that doesn't sound nice. It doesn't sound nice at all. Caviar's kind of fishy, isn't it? I don't want a fishy sweet. Fancy flavours, this is the same page. Is there anything on here? Maybe I can search for president of Roottrees. Oh. Countless advertisements and conversations about the various products. Most articles mention Carl, who's the president of the Roottrees Carding Company. His daughters also eulogize. Okay. I thought maybe that would... What if I type in presidents? President. What about past presidents? Damn it. Spider search sucks. Just saying, it's a bad sort of search thing. Yeah. Is there anything else on here? Can I search for foreign markets? Probably wouldn't make sense to, but let's do it anyway. No, that's not surprising. Spider search. I'm sorry, Spider search. I love you. Cool. Guy Hudson. Where are you on my list? You're not on here. So Guy is a free spirit. Guy Hudson. So maybe if you're a Hudson, I'm still under the assumption that all of the presidents must come in this line, because we know it's not, unless, well, we don't know who this man is, but it's none of these people. Although we don't know Elias Roottrees. So I think it's these. We know you're a Roottrees family. You're a Morden family, so I think these must be a Hudson family. Hudson, look, Bonnie, Christopher, and Guy. I think maybe the first one is a Christopher Hudson. We can sort of guess that. I think by logic that has to be the Hudson, right? Because you're the only lady that took a male's name that we don't know about. So I think you must be Hudson. And they wouldn't give it to somebody outside the family. So I think Christopher Hudson must be there. One of these is Guy Hudson. We can't guess who. The other one is Bonnie Hudson. Can we search for Bonnie Hudson? Bonnie Hudson. Bonnie Hudson. Nothing relevant. Is Bonnie short for something? Bonald? Bonella? Bon? Maybe just try Bon Hudson. Bon Hudson. That's another detective name. Bon and Guy. In your ass. Right, I think maybe we can't guess, can we? We can't guess. Free spirits. So they're the free spirits. They're the free spirits. How many free spirits do we have? Bloody lots of them, aren't we? Flipping heck, look at all these little guys. I've got no idea who these people are. That was pregnant. Pregunta. They include. Do you think these are? No. So this is all of the names we have. So free spirits include Bonnie, which we don't have on the thing. Next president Guy Hudson, who we don't have on the thing. So maybe these are in order. Ernie Jr., who isn't. Again, I'm looking at my list of names I've got down. Caroline, who we do have, who is the fourth. Gwyneth M, who we don't have. Gwendolyn, who we don't have. Miracle Jr., that's where it jumps a lot. Miracle is like is the last one. Jim, James, Clark, Carl, Eli M. Yeah, I don't have Eli M. Well, I do. I'm pretty sure that's Eli M. It says Eli on him. Do we not have Eli M? Elias C. Who's Eli M? Where did I put in Eli M? Here. Why? We know. We did this last time, didn't we? Where I got two of them mixed up big time. Should I try swap the aliases? There might be something. There we go. Why? There we go. Bam, bam, bam. And we locked in Hudson Christopher. Booyah. Now, we could have sort of guessed that because Clancy is his middle name. So it makes sense that maybe the C would have passed down. And again, Eli M makes sense because the miracle was passed down. I assume it stands for Elias Miracle Roottrees. That should have been there, shouldn't it? That should have been right there. So, Miracle. What am I doing here? Free spirits. No, wait, you're not a free spirit, are you? You're the next gen. Wait, what? What am I doing? What am I doing here? What am I just doing? I was looking at the wrong place, that's why. That's why none of my names lined up. So Elias M. No, I don't know what I was doing. Let's face facts. Elias M, Elias C. Let's swap the orders of those. So we're still missing one of the next gens. Free spirits. We do have. Eli M is in the previous thing. He's classed as a free spirit, isn't he? because of their youth. That'll be why. Miracle and Elias are both in another generation. Do you think this is an order of birth? Bonnie. I don't have any proof of that, do I, though? No, it can't be, because Carl's there. So November's the youngest one. That doesn't help. I wonder who took this photo. I wonder who took this photo and had a comment on it. Because previously we've had people say, you know, they weren't happy about how this was handled. We didn't like the fact November, was in the middle. So who is November? You know what? I've still not found who is mixed race. Because it was mentioned. It's clearly an important piece of information. But I missed who it was. And I still don't know who it is. Did we not get anything? Sorry, have we not locked in enough? For 33? Is that... Oh my god. She doesn't return until 33? Am I really expected to do that? I got to get 9 more before she even says anything? You kidding me? Are you kidding me? How can I get 5 things from this? Diamond Laroo, we know you. You're you. Jim Roottrees, yeah. The lyrics contain nothing of interest. Elias Roottrees. It is credited to Peter. Did I look up Peter Janowitz? Yeah. But we did. We looked up Modern Music Monthly, didn't we? Yeah. And we looked up Diamond Laroo. Diamond La. I spelled diamond wrong. Wasn't the hard one I spelled wrong. Diamond Laroo. I don't think I have read this. The Laroo sisters got to start doing session work for their great uncle's record label. If you remember any songs from the 1960s, 65 that featured the voice of kids, they were probably involved. Back then they were credited as the Lucky Laroos. Now they've passed and become bigger and better ventures and are going by their full names. Diamond and Jane have been touring with some famous faces. Ever heard of the Roottrees? And are looking to release an album sometime in the next year. The youngest, Kim. I think that's important actually. I don't think I knew that. Taking over from one of the kids on Broadway. What? Didn't we have an issue with one of these Laroos? I wish this had a search on it. Because my memory is not good enough. What happened with the Laroos? Didn't somebody cheat on somebody and do something with... Who are you? You're a lady. Did you sleep with them? Oh, am I making something up here? Oh, boy. I sort of feel like that is what happened. I think that's what happened, but I can't remember. Let's type down. Laroo goes from oldest to youngest. Well, actually doesn't say, but Diamond, Jane. I'm not going to be able to read this. And then Kim was not one of the members of the family. Let's search for Lucky Laroo as well in Spider Search. Jane DeVelcio. That must be the youngest one. Is cited as a wedding singer. Way down in the credentials section of her biography, it mentions that she got a star as a young girl when she was Jane Laroo of the Lucky Laroos. It also mentioned that to contact her agent in the event that you actually wish to hire. Can I do that? And that any and all inquiries about her past would be ignored. Damn it. Let's see if Jane DeVelcio is on here. Jane Laroo is though. What other Laroo is on here? Jane and Kim. All 3 of them. Wait, who was this? This was Jane's page. Oh, so sorry. I thought this was Kim's page. Let's look up Kim Laroo. Okay, not there. Let's try like... Oh, there's so many ways you can spell Kimberly though. Kimberly. No. Okay. Nothing about that. Graffiti. God, Graffiti. Wait, were you married? Did you have a child with somebody else? He used to make music. I'm forgetting something. It's a real issue, isn't it? Let's look up Clark Rafferty in here. Nothing. Did I spell it right? Rafferty. I did. Okay. Well, nothing I can do about that. These times. There's times. To the I just feel like there was something about them having an affair. I'm gonna put it in Jane Laroo, and I'm gonna put that picture as her face. I don't know what I'm thinking. If I'm honest with you, I'm not sure where that thought in my head came from, but I feel like I'm slightly remembering something that I did a week ago. Just a reminder, I recorded the last episode a week ago and I've forgotten everything. It's a real issue, so I'm aware it's an issue. Right, now what can we focus on? We haven't looked up Elias M. Roottree, have we? Let's try that. What do we think? The M stands for miracle, I assume. So let's see if we can learn anything about Elias M. Roottree. Elias Miracle Roottree. No. Okay. Nothing about him. Interesting. So Robert Ronald. I wish it sort of like this gives clues. I wish it also said whether websites gave clues, because I feel like that's what I'm missing quite a lot on. Well, not that it's helping. Not that it's helping at all, because I've got a lot of question marks that I'm not got a clue about. Right, so let's have a look. Okay, so here's what I missed. This is Edward that married a lady who would be illegal if it was south of Philadelphia or something. So let's write that down. Edward. Wait, there's two Edwards, isn't there? Let's get the right one. What am I doing? I'm in the wrong section, that's why. Next gen, Edward Roottree, interracial marriage. Okay, cool. Have we looked up Edward Roottree? I assume. I assume we have by now. Yeah, okay, cool. Edward Roottree, nothing of them. And then children. Children. I assume maybe one of them is November. But I feel like November must be a grandchild, because they're so small. Maybe. What else do we have? Zach's not a bad president. His sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Okay, have we... Zach, so these are twins. But I believe they are... Oh wait, what if they're twins then? Oh sorry, they need to be Hudsons. Hudson. Bonnie and Guy Hudson. Oh. They're twins, but they are in order. Okay, so it does matter. It does matter who. But these are Bonnie and Guy, regardless of facts. I can change the direction of them later. But they are twins. Can I write that down? Can I write down twins? I can obviously write down twins. You're a free spirit. Bonnie, Guy, twins. Will that help me? Probably not. Can I search for Hudson twins? No. Hudson. I'm back again to search for Guy Hudson. Oh, I did it. I already did this. Okay. Maybe I have to try in... no, that would just take me back here. I was going to say 5 pieces caviar or something like that. 5. I'm going to do it anyway. Nothing of relevance. Oh dear. What am I not seeing here? Let's do something. Let's assume. Let's make some assumptions again. Don't we love making assumptions? Maybe the 5 pieces, the ladies, were housewives again. Because it was the time, and we haven't learned anything else about them. I think maybe once we get to the this generation, the next gens, we can no longer assume that. I think maybe we might be wrong to assume it in this generation as well, but let's try. We also still don't know who is who. It's annoying that, isn't it? You have blonde hair. You have brown hair. Is that enough to go on? Maybe. Maybe that's all we can go on currently. Now, I feel like maybe that should have done something. Unless no, is that just, I've only done two? I feel like I've been here for a year. I've only done two? Okay. Cool. Got it. You, I'm confused about. Still confused about you. Okay, do you remember about half an hour ago when we were going through the next gens, sorry, the free spirits, and labelling them off? Should I try that again? Yeah, maybe. Sam could be a girl. This could be Sam. I've been thinking this child was Sam, but this could be Sam. Where does the ginger hair come from? Ginger's quite a recessive gene. Right? Could that maybe be Sam? And maybe that little kid is you? Maybe Sam? Ginger lady? I still don't know where she comes into things, if they exist. They do exist, we've seen them. Because you would be a bit old. No, wait. Yeah. No, you would be... I didn't... yeah. You are in the first generation, but you're here. You are there, maybe, because you are slightly older. I think it's possible. It's odd that that's not mentioned, because... No, wait, you would be in that generation. That would be correct. You're not in this photo. You're in the next photo, but you're not in this photo. So it would make sense to Lauren that you're in this photo. That's why it's not even mentioned. You're mentioned because it doesn't make sense for a Miracle to be in there. He was in the last one. Okay, I think maybe we've got a strong case for that being the truth. Maybe. So we don't have Edward and Angelica, but surely we can figure that out. We have everybody else. Edward and Angelica must be the two people that I haven't... So you're Angelica. Wait, who's Edward? How many people... Wait a second. What? There's not another man in this photo. Maybe you're... Oh, wait. Where's Edward? I'm missing a person. That doesn't make sense. Did you say everyone's there? The only person that wasn't there is Gwyn. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwyn. So we've got Zach, we've got Miracle, we've got Mysterious Lady, which might be Sam. We've got Mysterious Man, who could be you. No, because the four of us clumped together, you said. That's your brother. That's not... Who's Edward then? Edward can't be a child. Can he? Where are you? Edward? Edward can't be a child. This is throwing me for a loop. We can sort of figure out Angelica must be this one though. If we're working on the logic that the lady in the background is the mysterious Sam character. I don't think that's true. Didn't it say he? No, it didn't actually. Nobody... Have I ever searched for Sam? Sam Root Tree. Samantha. Edward. Oh, all right. I think that's the fourth time in this video we've searched for Edward Roottree. Oh, okay. Have we searched for Angelica Hudson? Have we? Angelica Hudson. Maybe you have. Who are you? I'm having a bad day. Oh, it's the end of a long week. Roottree. We got Jack. Samantha! Wow, ooh, that sort of ruined it for me, didn't it? I've already worked that out. Jack Roottrees. Beans it. Right. That's very confusing though. Am I just doing something really wrong? Am I making a mistake? How have I not put Miracle in as this guy? I just realised I haven't put him in this whole time. And who is this guy still? This person keeps coming up in the background as... Wait, is it telling me? Oh, okay, it's not. Who is this guy? That... It's just a mysterious man in the background. Is he the dad? Do you think that's him? Maybe. I'm gonna put it in. Right, I'm gonna cheat the system a little bit. I'm gonna put it in there, and then if it says locked in next time, then it's right. Unless Mr. Morden might be... I don't know. Mr. Morden. You might be Mr. Morden, actually. Yeah, if Mr. Morden was also on site. James Morden does not have a photo, so I don't know who you were. That is a harsh reality, isn't it? Okay, I need to get somebody's face. I need to get a face in here. You know whose face I need? Somebody whose other information I also know. I don't know anyone's names. Guy Hudson, I know you. You were president, second president, third president. Oh, I've hit such a wall. I've hit such a wall with this. What? Okay, let's really go through this. Lauren's family members, Gwyn. We know Gwyn. We know Gwyn very well. I also haven't put this photo in for you. Oh my god, I'm behind on some things, aren't I? Right, that photo is in there for you. Okay, Gwyn. Gwyn was an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. I got 3 younger brothers. We know that. During the summer, I went to stay with her aunt Margot. I hoped she would be the sister I never had, and that I'd do the same for her. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the two of them. With the two of them, that is a big clue. Look, we now know her mum was blonde too. That is correct. We've learnt things that we've already guessed. What a mess, but she just complained. To her, I was a lucky cousin. Now she's also living the glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. Maybe that's the one thing. I'm stuck here with Clark. Does that imply Clark is my son? Yes, it does. Clark is my son. Unless Clark... Is there another Clark? There's only one Clark, right? Clara Lansing. No, okay. Just the one Clark, actually. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me, even now from my coffee table. She's set to be in Starlet. Ooh, that's new. Have I done that? And Telltale has... Maybe that's the clue. Starlet. I haven't looked at Starlet as a magazine. Kissing likes to Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. She's the first Roottrees woman to be anything other than a half. I thought I was making rude assumptions about the past and women, but it says it right there. She was the first Roottrees woman to be anything other than a housewife. So, you were a housewife. Morden, Angelica, sorry to say it, housewife. Didn't lock in. I was really hoping for that to lock in. I was really hoping, gang. Oh no. Oh, I can actually feel tears in my eyes. What have I done wrong then? What have I done wrong? I don't know. Okay. If I were not a single mother, would I make my own way in the world? Yep. Off topic, a girl who all the luck in the world was jealous of me, and now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by my terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be born into a family that can support me for eternity. I can raise a child without worry, unlike countless other widows. I had trouble saying widows last time as well. If any of them were to hear me complaining, they would rightfully scoff, just like I do at Gwyn. Right, let's look at Starlet. Now that I know how the world works, there we go, brilliant, periodical. Started a magazine that started with the colorization of film and went on until around 1964. Generally it was tabloid with a focus on famous actors and actresses. It didn't go into much other aspects of filmmaking or Hollywood news. Let's look at periodicals. Wait, actually, should we look in, just before we do the thing that we were doing, maybe let's have just a quick look at Gwyn Roottrees in Silver Screen, because I know it said it was more about the behind the scenes stuff, but there's a few listings. Okay, nothing irrelevant. Okay, that's fine. Let's look at Starlet. Worth doing, isn't it? Gwyn Roottrees was often in Starlet. Most mentions were around the time of her divorce in 1958 from Wild Bill Williams. There we go. We finally found out who she was divorced from. William. Wait, was his name William Williams? Huh? She didn't have children with Williams. Bill Williams. Or Bill Williams was the stage name? Bill. There's no Bills. And there's no Williams. Okay, definitely not. Okay. Oh well, that... Damn it. The gossip is effective and full of tabloid stereotypes. Some of it focused on the fact that she was announced her divorce. She also rumored she was pregnant again. Others mentioned that the rumour is Wild Bill had multiple affairs, which left her heartbroken. There's also an interview from earlier in mid-1957 where she was asked about her last name. She answered, "The power of a name is undeniable. My grandfather constantly preached the importance of family names, and honouring them, my father decided to bless me with a famous name. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall." Cornwall. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall. It's a lovely place. Rubbish name. My father decided blah blah blah. And my Roottrees has power. My husband similarly goes by Wild Bill. It's an infamous name he repurposed for himself because he didn't have the benefit of being born with a famous one. But Wild combined with the alliteration Williams, Wild Williams is incredibly memorable. What did he go by, Wild Bill or Wild William? Wild Bill. Wild. What did he go by? Wild Bill Williams. Good name. Okay, such as Broken Comment. Wild Bill Williams was the leading man of some non-notable movies in the 1950s. He appeared in an adventure movie called Fortune Favors the Grave and gets released for home audiences. Oh, that's sad. He was known for his good looks and off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. He's only 4 times to 4 different actresses. Marilyn Monroe. Okay, Wild Bill grew up in Paris, France, and returned there often. But what was his name? What was his real name? Does it say anywhere? No. Fortune Favours the Grave. Let's have a look at that. Have I done that one before? This is exactly where I was. Marilyn Monroe. Is she a major character in the storyline? No. Spider Search has no results from Marilyn Monroe. Well, sorry, Marilyn. You're not important. Huh? I definitely just didn't copy that. Can I copy that? Is it letting me copy? Okay, there we go. I just didn't do it. Mentioned many times to the magazine's lifespan with stories and gossip about who he has been seen with public, blondes mostly. 3 specific badges stand out. The first mention of his first role was under his real name, Walter Forsyth. Forsyth's a great name. Should have kept that. Walter. There we go. Bam. Lock in. Now give it to me. I still don't understand why this is here. Anyway, great. That is information that isn't very useful. The second is interview, although he doesn't mention her by name, you determine from context he's talking about Gwyn Roottrees. An apology to all ladies. I'm actually taken. Earlier this year, I did a friend a favour. He was directing a war movie and asked me to play a small part. Wouldn't you know it? That son of a bitch cut me from the picture. I'm just ribbing. It wasn't his fault. I'm just ribbing. Apparently the studio didn't want to pay for a star of my caliber. I got the last laugh though. I met someone. She spent most of the film crying. She was playing a soldier's wife. But even through the tears, she was incredible. I know I tend to have a reputation, but this one's true love. I only have eyes for her. Ironically, the third is a rumour that his divorce from Gwyn was due to multiple affairs, including one with another actress. An American reader on vacation in Paris claims to have overheard Wild Bill and Gwyn arguing in public while she was holding a baby and visibly pregnant. Not long after, Gwyn announced she was divorcing Wild Bill, and also she was pregnant again, giving this rumour more credibility. There seems to be some running themes about the fact that she was pregnant at the time of her divorce, but I don't know why. I don't know why it's important. But alas, we go on. Still unsure about what this line means, because this one doesn't have it. If they had a child here, why isn't there a big red box around that one? Are they dead? No, wait. Dead people aren't marked on here. Dead people don't count for anything. Right. What have I got wrong then? Gwendolyn. Please. Just tell me your name's Gwendolyn. G is for grape. G is for grape. M is for melon. We know these facts. Oy. Unless that's not you, Angelica Morden. How many more Mordens do we have? None. You must be, unless you're Gwendolyn. Who's Gwendolyn? No, that's your mum. That's not your mum. What? Where's Gwendolyn Morden? Wait, what? Who have I locked in as Gwendolyn Morden? The Mordens are over here. What? I really wish there was a search. Morden. So Angelica Morden's here. Gwendolyn Morden is there somewhere. That is Gwendolyn Roottrees, but who is Gwendolyn? Oh wait, no, sorry. You could be here. You could be here. But you could also not be. What? What? Well, at least I'm having fun. Is this Gwendolyn? Let's just try it. Okay, that didn't lock in, which is good. It's actually not that good, but it's something to be sure. Why am I like this? Let's look at Patricia Wait, why aren't you locked in, Patricia? Who are you? Nothing about Patricia Jones. That's fine. Let's not try Edward Roottrees. We've definitely tried him before. Okay, what haven't I looked at in a while? Dynasty. I haven't looked at Dynasty in a while. Okay, let's give this a quick look. Oh, confirmed. Angie's older than Zach, so that's definitely Angie. Maybe that's what it's saying the one's for. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's what it's saying the one. I think that one is referring to Gwendolyn's name because it's not locked in. Okay, this is Sam. Who is Sam? Sam and obscure. Oh yeah, Sam. Obviously Sam. Obviously Sam. After all, Granny had sisters and Granny had a brother too. I was told to trim the branches down the tree. So why Sam's special not hands up? So is there anything about Sam's gender in this? Let's figure out if Sam's that ginger lady or not. So Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwyn's in Paris with the rest of us, including Miracle Boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognise Sam. Uncle Junior's went to Patsy. Have we put that in? Oh, Elias Jr. That's already locked in, but it's not been confirmed. So I've got the wrong Patsy. What a surprise. It is Christensen, Patricia Christensen. Okay, well, that's at least that's done. Okay, great. And now I'm on the wrong thing. Where am I? Okay. The rest of us included. Clancy saw he saw Sam working alongside the farm has EC and John. Yes, we figured that out. I've highlighted EC and John, but it definitely doesn't mean anything. Used to drive past the Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Zach is the one. Yep. Clancy we've got. Yep. Elias, not my brother, chimed in. He was running him in back on the palm. Sam gave him some old toys and taught him how to. None of us think that's proper for a multitude of reasons. Maybe one of those reasons is women shouldn't be working on bikes. Oh my god. Out of context. Everything I'm saying in this episode is awful. Women should be housewives. Women shouldn't work on bikes. I'm talking at the time. This is in 1963, okay? Eli seemed thrilled. Okay, at the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider is coded into family space, especially one who works on the farm of all places. What happened to, okay, yeah, that doesn't help at all. Let's check out the Anderson farm. I don't think that's been looked at. It might have been. Yeah, I did read about this. I'm looking through for things that we can lock in, and I think Roottrees Elias M. looks like a mechanic. He's wearing mechanic overalls, and it's an option, and he got his bike fixed by Sam. That is all the evidence I need. I should just... They give me these information, don't they? They give me information, and I ignore it. Any context clues? I looked in the 5 pieces, though. 5 pieces locked in. Achievement, I got Laroo, Cornwall, Forsyth, Christensen. This is all the people that we just corrected and names we haven't put in before. Great. That's actually... Oh, that is definitely that kid. That's good. So Sam is definitely the ginger lady in the back. So who did we get wrong? Because there was somebody else we locked in. You, Maud and Angelica, are not a housewife. Well, I'm so sorry. Or you are ginger lady in the back. That's an issue. Right, has my amount of evidence gone down? It has. Complaints has gone. Roottrees has ticked off a few of them. 5-piece ads are no longer useful. That's great. There's still 8 clues on the campaign mailer though. Clark is giving me 9 clues. I don't know how. I don't know how it's giving me 9 clues. Is there anything else that I put in that I unexpectedly got wrong? Anything with like a husband or wife's name? No. Okay, I think I've done good then. Oh, look, this man is not Elias Roottree. That did not get locked in. So he is still a question mark. I wonder who that man is then. That's interesting. Very interesting. This whole family tree is just a complete unknown. It's really bothering me because like this one, obviously, you know, these are doing well. This one, I'm always getting down there. This one doing well. The one on the left, I've got clues about. They're Hudsons. But this, I know nothing about. And it's driving me up the wall. Wait a second. No. What did I think? What did I just think? Hudson. How many Hudsons are there? You would take this. I think these are the other way around. I think Hudson is the younger because there's no Hudsons left in the queue, which means the children aren't Hudsons. So I assume your mother is a Hudson and your father is a new name. There we go, I got that in the end. Okay, I think that's right. I think that could just be our last little helper, maybe. I think next time we have to really read through Clark, even though I have read through Clark quite a lot. And then I guess just really start focusing on who these people could be. Because, well, there's nobody. That's an art teacher, maybe? English teacher? I don't know. There's at least one porn star in here. Looks like it. Who does this look like? This really looks like someone. Don't know. SpongeBob SquarePants? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave that for today. I don't think we got very much done. Did we get 2 lock-ins today? This is going to take a long time, isn't it? Hopefully, next time we get the lady to come back and she gives us a really integral piece of information, because I'm missing something. And it's scaring me a little bit. But until then, I'll see you really soon. Have a good week and goodbye.